Hello, and welcome to another Broken Binding unboxing. Yes, Broken Binding week continues. This is box 4 of 4 that all arrived because the UK had their Royal Mail cyber attack that prevented international shipments from going out for a little over a month. And so the packages are coming in hot and heavy. All the titles that I had previously ordered that were sitting in a warehouse are now starting to show up, including the subscription series, which I finally got January subscription. Found out after the fact that February subscription is slightly delayed due to the stamping on it, the sprayed edges. But anyways, this, my friends, is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. So this is a title I ordered back on Halloween. Halloween was when this title went on sale. It was a very cheap sale price back in Halloween. And I mean, it's still pretty cheap, but being this is a UK bookstore, the shipping is going to cost as much as the book. But I got this for really cheap, and I was fine with it. So this is How to Sell a Haunted House, the newest title from Grady Hendrix. As far as I'm aware, this has not been announced from SST Publications yet. SST Publications, which is another UK publisher, that's being a signed limited edition run, has been doing all of the Grady Hendrix titles. They just released the Final Girl support group, but they have not announced How to Sell a Haunted House yet that I'm aware of. The UK edition, you can find signed copies of the UK edition as well as the US edition online. I know, for example, the Broken Binding one with its nice little sprayed edges is still available on their site. I mean, it is a pretty bare bones trade edition. There's the picture of Grady Hendrix on the back. Nothing too fancy about it, nothing fancy about the boards. It's just a trade edition with sprayed edges. But it does have a signature page in the front here, including a little ghost. Oh, look at that. Did he draw this ghost on every single signature page? Because that sounds exhausting. But I love it. How to Sell a Haunted House is about a brother and sister duo who don't get along very well, but after their parents pass away from the coronavirus, the children reunite to sell their childhood home. Is it just me, or does the text feel small in this one? It might just be me. So they go back to the childhood home to fix it up, but spooky stuff starts happening in the house, and soon they find themselves up against ghosts. And I believe it said online that they decide that it might just be easy enough to just straight up burn the house down. Oh my God, there's bonus material in the back. What do we have here? We have testimonials. We have musical interludes. Presumably this is to do with the parents' funeral service. Sleepy sermons, youth yawns, your ministry needs joy. Nancy Joy. Wow, okay. Very interesting. I haven't read all of Grady Hendrix's titles. I've read My Best Friend's Exorcism. And, oh my God, that is it. That's all I've read by him so far. The other one I'm thinking of is Stephen Graham Jones. That's the only one I've read by Grady Hendrix. But I do have several of his titles through SST Publications that I'm very much looking forward to diving into. And then as far as How to Sell a Haunted House, I have this edition to read. Copies of this edition, this Broken Binding edition, are still available over on the brokenbindingsub.com. brokenbindingsub.com. Then click on the Dragon's Hoard. You can get an exclusive copy of this, as well as lots of other titles. If you are in the UK or Europe, I believe you just need to go to thebrokenbinding.com. Leave the sub off. But for us US folks here, you have to go to sub.com. On there, you can also join the waitlist for the actual subscription of the backlist titles, which is all fantasy. I've been doing unboxings of those as I've been getting them, so please consider liking and subscribing to check those out, and we will see you around next time.